What if glowing up wasn't just about looking good, but transforming your mind, body, and soul, too? Everyone talks about makeup, hair, and skincare, but the real glow up comes from within your mindset, emotional health, physical fitness, and lifestyle. Today, I'll show you how I truly transformed myself. Step 1, embrace spirituality and inner purpose. All right, let's just lay it all out. Stuff got rough. Like, bottom of the barrel, can't catch a break rough. 2 years back, life decided to hit me with all the emotional sucker punches at once. My dog, my ride or die for 14 years, is gone. Just like that. Not just a pet, either. This was family. The real kind. The hairy, four-legged kind that sticks closer than most people ever do. And yeah, as if the universe thought that wasn't spicy enough, it kept piling it on. My sister vanished. Don't even get me started. Medical bills showed up like uninvited party guests. And my bank account? Basically a black hole. I was honestly just unraveling. Here's the weird twist. When life bulldozes your plans, you end up staring yourself down in the mirror. Like, who even am I now? That's when the actual change starts. Not the, I'm gonna hit the gym and get a six-pack kind of change. I'm talking about the messy, soul-level stuff. I threw myself into spirituality because, honestly, what else was left? Meditation turned into my life raft. Journaling became therapy on paper. And yeah, I ugly cried through prayers and therapy sessions and let myself feel every miserable emotion I'd been dodging for years. That's when things started to shift. Not overnight, but gradually, like a window cracking open. And let's clear something up. Spirituality's not all incense and chanting or whatever. For me, it's about plugging into something bigger than my own drama. Ego? Out the window. I started thinking, maybe I'm here for a reason. Maybe this mess actually matters, wild, right? But people noticed. Like, legitimately noticed. Friends kept saying I looked different. Not the nice haircut kind of different, but like I was glowing from the inside. Spoiler, it wasn't the face cream. Ever walked into a room and felt that one person who just radiates calm, like they're running on some higher frequency? That's what started happening to me. And honestly, that's what helped me stop crumbling every time life threw a curveball. It didn't fix everything, but it made me a hell of a lot stronger. Step 2, start a new journey, break your routine. Life threw me a curveball when I lost my full-time job. Completely unexpected and destabilizing. But that setback became the push I needed. I had been dabbling in content creation, and suddenly I had to choose. Go back to feeling stuck or fully commit to something I loved. I chose the latter. Starting a new journey doesn't have to be huge. It can mean changing routines, pursuing passions, or focusing on health, like Christina May and Lydia Myers did. Small wins build momentum. For me, it wasn't just money. It reshaped my confidence, mindset, and lifestyle. Anyone can begin. Courage makes the difference. Step 3, financial health and mindset. All right, let's be honest. If your money situation's a dumpster fire, you're not really glowing up. I would know. I spent years dodging bills, tossing random payments at my mountain of debt, and crossing my fingers that the universe would just fix it. Spoiler, didn't happen. What actually worked? Getting brutally real with myself, writing down every single debt. Yeah, even that one I was pretending didn't exist. Tracking where my cash went and flipping my mindset from I'm always broke to, hey, maybe I can make this work. That scarcity vibe, it'll eat you alive. But an abundance mindset? That's where the magic happens. Honestly, too many of us are out here trying to look rich instead of actually getting rich. Been there, maxed out that credit card. Once I started thinking long-term and stopped chasing instant gratification, things got way less stressful. Even better? Finding ways to actually enjoy making money. Like, if you're obsessed with something. I got sucked into content creation. Why not turn it into a side hustle? Suddenly, your bank account and your self-esteem start looking a whole lot healthier. Step 4, Build emotional intelligence. Here's where it gets wild. You can have all your routines dialed in and your bank account looking decent, but if you're a chaotic mess inside, the glow up is only skin deep. Emotional intelligence is the cheat code nobody talks about enough. Doesn't matter if you're 19 or pushing 60. I've seen grown adults throw tantrums that would make toddlers blush. Biggest lesson? Sometimes you're the problem. Oof. When I finally started calling myself out, things shifted. Journaling, mindfulness, and gratitude. They sound cheesy, but they actually work. Every morning, I scribble down what I'm grateful for. Sometimes it's just, coffee exists, thank God. And at night, I ask myself if I was a petty gremlin during the day. Gossip? Jealousy? Catch yourself in the act, and suddenly you're way less miserable. And you know what else changed my life? This rule: create before you consume. Don't wake up and immediately let TikTok or Instagram fry your brain. Make something. Write a dumb poem, doodle, or just sit and daydream before you scroll. Your brain will thank you, and so will your goals. Swear on it. And this isn't just cute Instagram wisdom. People online are out here proving it. Scroll through Reddit and you'll find wild stories. Someone ditched acne and PCOS drama by balancing hormones and not hating themselves. Another person literally healed their skin with yoga, therapy, and not stressing so hard. There's even a person who dropped something like 210 pounds, and the real flex wasn't the weight, but all the self-love and mental healing. Seriously, these transformations? They're as much about your insides as your outsides. So yeah, here's the bottom line. Build up that emotional intelligence and everything else changes. Your reactions, your confidence, your whole vibe. And the best part? It spills over. Suddenly you're handling stress like a champ. Your relationships level up and opportunities just feel easier to grab. Forget chasing a glow. Start making one. Step 5. Prioritize physical health. All right, here's the real talk. Physical health? It's not just about trying to look like some filtered Insta model. Nah, it's way more about feeling good. Like actually having energy, walking around with a bit of swagger, and not needing 3 coffees just to function. For me, working out isn't some kind of punishment. Who wants that? It's more like, hey, I want to feel strong today, so maybe I'll roll around on my mat, do some Pilates, or just crank up a playlist and dance like a dork in my kitchen. Honestly, whatever gets you moving and feeling alive, that's enough. Don't even get me started on skin and hair stuff. You don't have to drop a fortune or follow 27-step routines. Just the basics. Wash your face, slap on some moisturizer, use SPF, unless you want to look like a raisin at 40. And don't freak out if your microbladed brows start fading. Sometimes letting things be is best. Look at Christina May. She ditched booze, sugar, and gluten and went all in on protein. Boom, dropped 5 kilograms, skin and hair on point. All without some weird cleanse. Lydia Myers? She chugged a gallon of water every day. Yes, she's basically a human fish now. Kept her meals homemade, worked out, and wild idea, slept. Revolutionary, right? And speaking of sleep, don't mess with it. Seriously, try being a decent human after 3 hours of sleep. You'll snap at a squirrel. Sleep is like that nightly factory reset for your brain and skin. If you want to glow, you have to rest. Not negotiable. Food matters too, obviously. Eat your protein, get that collagen if you're into it, and drink water like your life depends on it. It actually does. Even tiny changes, like swapping cereal for eggs, can shift how you look and feel. Mindset, confidence, and motivation. They all ride on your physical health. One more thing. Put yourself in places that hype you up. Go to classes and hang out with people who are obsessed with feeling better and who talk about goals instead of just gossip. That energy rubs off on you. Suddenly, you're more motivated just by osmosis. Bottom line? Physical health is tangled up with everything else. Your mood, your money, your confidence, your whole vibe. Get stronger and get energized, and you'll start making bolder choices. People notice when you walk in with that kind of energy. Trust me, it's the kind of glow you can't fake. Step 6. Skin and beauty routine. Here's the refreshing truth. Your beauty routine doesn't need to be complicated to be effective. Minimalism works wonders. Christina May ditched fake lashes, let her brows fade naturally, and embraced gentle, barrier-repairing products. Simple habits like glycolic acid exfoliation, gua sha for circulation, hydrating cleansers, SPF, deep conditioning, scalp massages, and sleeping with a satin bonnet can keep your skin and hair glowing. But here's the twist. These steps only enhance the inner glow you're already building. When mind, body, and spirit align, beauty feels effortless. True radiance comes from confidence, health, and happiness shining through. Step 7. Mindset and self-worth. Hold up. It's not just about what's staring back at you in the mirror. There's way more bubbling under the surface. Like, honestly, your vibe, your mood, your whole emotional energy? That's the real flex. All this surface-level glow stuff is cute, but Ziri's glow-up box? That's where it gets interesting. Affirmations, journaling, gentle self-care, those little habits sneakily build you up from the inside out, pretty much on autopilot. Let's be real. A glow-up isn't about morphing into some insta-perfect version of yourself. It's actually about dialing up your own volume, flaws, and all. Some of the best moments come when you just say, screw it, and start owning your weirdness. Lydia Myers, she's proof. 6 months of digging deep with mindfulness, journaling, and therapy, and suddenly she's got that main character energy. Total plot twist for her self-esteem. Personally, I swear by carving out a soft self-hour. Just some alone time, maybe staring at the ceiling or scribbling thoughts that make zero sense. Toss in a couple of affirmations, and boom, you anchor that inner glow. You start making moves that actually match your values, drop the toxic crap, and suddenly, your confidence? Solid. Like you stop chasing gold stars and start handing them to yourself. Here's a gut check. Are your habits hyping you up or dragging you down? The real magic is when you feed your soul, not just your selfie game. Because when you start believing you're worth it, people notice. Sometimes before you even do. Step 8. Lifestyle and habits. All right, here's the deal. Consistency isn't just some cute Pinterest quote. It's literally what separates a fleeting glow up from actually keeping your life together. Daily habits? Non-negotiable. We're talking water. Hello, Lydia chugging a gallon like it's her job. Cutting out all the good but bad stuff like Christina's war on sugar and booze. Getting your body moving and not treating sleep like it's optional homework. You can't skip this stuff and expect magic. But listen, it's not just ticking off health boxes. You have to feed your soul too. Ever heard of a soft self-hour? Yeah, it sounds a little woo-woo, but it's basically you taking a breather, feeling grateful, and enjoying tiny rituals that make you happy. Don't forget your people either. Find those friends or mentors who hype you up instead of dragging you down. Keep learning new stuff too. Boredom is the real enemy here. Honestly, if you keep choosing stuff that's good for you, it gets easier. Your brain and body finally start playing on the same team. Suddenly, you've got more energy. You're walking around with big main character vibes. And when life throws curveballs, you don't just crumble. These habits, they start stacking up, and before you know it, this is just who you are, not some phase for Instagram likes. Step 9. Motivation and progress tracking. All right, here's the real talk nobody seems to mention. Change doesn't just happen because you wish for it. It's about keeping tabs on yourself and not losing your mind when you move. Slowly. Seriously, you have to set goals that don't make you want to throw your planner out the window. Jot down your progress and hype yourself up for the tiniest wins. Personally, if I didn't write stuff down, I'd probably forget what I was even working on. Habit trackers? Underrated. And don't even get me started on having someone else keep you in check. Game changer. Give yourself a legit timeline. 6 months isn't some magic number, but trust me, you'll notice something different if you actually stick with it. Just look at people like Lydia Myers or half the glow-up posts on Reddit. Nobody's perfect, so stop aiming for that. Seriously, being consistent, even when you'd rather nap, will crush those once in a blue moon bursts of motivation. Track everything: your body, your feelings, your money, your skin, whatever you care about. Once a week, sit down and be brutally honest. What was awesome? And what totally flopped? It's not just about motivation, it's about rewiring your brain to actually believe you can change. And here's the real kicker: progress is addictive. Even the tiniest win, like paying off $5 of debt, finally hitting the gym, or journaling for 3 days straight, starts to add up. Suddenly, you're looking back and realizing, whoa, I'm actually doing it. So, seriously, what's one thing you did today that your future self is going to high five you for? Celebrate that. Then keep going. Glowing up isn't just about your reflection, it's about feeling confident, strong, and unshakable from within. Start your journey today. Take action on your mind, body, and spirit. And in 6 months, you'll meet the best version of yourself. So, what's your take? Drop it in the comments.